G'day, ice cream lover. Steve Christensen here with our good friends at Technogel. In fact, Andreas over here, we've known Andreas for many, many years. He has a equipment distribution place in Germany. One of the best people you'll ever want to meet. He's got a beautiful big mansion, lives in a castle. So if you ever want to visit Andreas and Guido in Germany, I'll leave their contact details below. So we're here looking at continuous machines and the setup for continuous. Now in the US, again, nearly everyone kind of starts off in the batch freezing process, and you may have one batch freeze. You may grow into 2 or 3 different batch freezing processes, but at some point you may think maybe on an economy of scale it makes sense to move into a continuous unit or a continuous process. So I just wanted to show you this because it's very typical of what's available, particularly from the people at Technogel. And some of these pieces of equipment may not necessarily be effective or even needed in the US because our infrastructure for dairy is so good that most people will end up buying a mix of some sort. But anyway, this unit starts off with the pasteurizer. Now, the beauty of a pasteurizer here is it comes in a lot of different sizes. This looks like 60 liters, 120 liters, but there are smaller ones available depending on the size. Andreas is my cue card man. So this is basically taking, in this regard, in this process, all of your raw ingredients. So you can put raw milk, raw cream, sugar here. You're creating your base, and it's basically bringing it up to a certain temperature, holding it at that temperature, and then sending it down through the next piece of equipment here, which is the homogenizer. Now, the homogenizer generally is only really needed if you're only using raw milk. A lot of times in the United States, people who are making their own mix are buying milk that may already be homogenized, so there may not be the need for that. But the beauty of this unit here is it's stabilizing and equalizing all of the fat in the mix. And if you look down in the top here, you'll see that it's piston driven. So this is a larger unit. You've got 2 pistons in here that are basically pushing that mix down through a 1 micron opening. So as the mix gets fed into this way, it pushes the mix down through there, a violent aspiration on the other side, and it equalizes and basically makes all of the fat globules in this mixture as we're going through the process all equal. So you don't have any separation while you're making ice cream. You don't have any of your mix separating out in the fat content while you're making your ice cream. And again, if you are in the process of this full mechanism, this full package, you're not using a mix. You're actually sourcing a lot of your own ingredients. A lot of people in the UK and Europe are actually having one of these because they've got some cows, dairy cows. So we go from the homogenizer into the holding tank. So this holding tank again looks like 120 liters. You can get bigger ones and smaller ones. And again, what we're doing here is basically aging and sitting or having this mix kind of cool here before it goes into the actual freezer. So this here is our continuous freezer. So again, in the process of batch freezing, you're taking batches of mix, putting it into the thing, and your batch freezer comes out. You might have a 30, 50, 100% overrun. So this is the smaller of the Technogel continuous machines. It's cranking out 400 liters an hour. Their largest model does 1,500 liters an hour. Now that's at 100% overrun. So that's basically if you've got 60 liters of product coming through the system, then you're getting 120 liters of ice cream out. You can do I'm kind of bouncing between gallons and liters, between imperial and metric. And I love the United States, but we need to get into the metric. Anyway, I'm going off course. So what you've got here is then the process of your mix coming through. It's coming through the freezer. And then you have a couple of add-on or bolt-on options here. You can have a fruit feeder, a particulate feeder, a ripple feeder, and each of them basically sit on this side of the continuous freezer. It basically meets here at the extraction point, and then you can have an extraction hose that is a little bit more fluid like this one here, or one that's static and it's kind of sitting over a counter where you're basically either filling pints, quarts, and so forth. So it's a great little system. It really is fantastic for people who are kind of going into that next level of high volume. I will tell you that, again, in the US market, you may start with this process here. If you are starting to work with just mix in and of itself, you're working with a mix company, Classic Mix, Lloyd's, Prairie Farms, Meadowvale, all of those mix companies. You can actually buy mix in bulk, and all you really need is the aging tank or the draw tank and the continuous. Oh, this is a good shot. And again, with all of the bolt-ons here, so far as your fruit feeder and so forth. Look, it's going to be somewhere in the realm of about $100,000, depending on how many bolt-on pieces that you have. It might be even more. But again, this may not be for you. You might think, well, I've got multiple locations. I feel more comfortable batching and doing things in smaller batches, and then you just add batch freeze to batch freeze to batch. It's a great system. It's great to see it in line. There's a lot of control here over overrun, so you can go down as 20% overrun, a nice, rich, heavy, dense ice cream, or you can take it up to 120% overrun. A little bit higher than our FDA mandates. You can't really go over 100% overrun in the US. Great piece of equipment. We're going to go and have a look at a similar piece of equipment, almost like a hybrid piece of equipment, just down the road here. Ice cream lovers, now we're at the Tell Me stand, and we've got a very similar type of smaller production. They call this the Power Lab. It comes on a platform here. It almost looks like you've taken a section out of a production facility and kind of dropped it right here. And it's very similar in concept to some of the other ones that we've seen. But I do want to touch on some things that are a little bit different. Here, again, you start off with your pasteurizer. It doesn't need to be this big. This is 180, but you can get smaller ones. This basically is a Lego piece that you can put it all together. So your mix goes in here. You've got an impeller that is heating the mix and stirring the mix at the same time, and it gets it up to a certain temperature before it heads over here to the homogenizer. So again, when you've got a system like this, it's almost like a plug and play in that you can pick the size of your pasteurizers, the size of your homogenizers. This is a larger one. If you feel as though you don't have the capacity to justify that expense, you can do, again, next step from the pasteurizer, homogenizer, a second pasteurizer here. Now, sometimes what you'll find is the first bin there, or the first unit, is basically heating the mix up for it to go through the homogenizer, and then your true pasteurization happens in the second pasteurizer here. Once you've gone through this pasteurization process, then the mix transfers down to the cooling tank or the aging vat. Most mixes can sit in here 12 to 24 hours. You don't really want to have it sitting in there too long because you want to keep this process moving all the way along. Another pump system which takes you from that cooling or aging vat to this unit here. Now, this is where things are a little bit different than other units. This is actually a vertical batch freezer. So what we've done is we've basically gone traditional heater, homogenizer, pasteurizer, aging vat or cooler, ending up in a batch freezer. And if you have a look in the top here, this is the traditional Tell Me batch freezer. They do a vertical batch freezer. This is a VB or a 120 liter per hour a barrel. So you've got the vertical process of this is spinning in here, making ice cream, and then it comes out under pressure in this process, and you can fill your gelato pans, your 3-gallon buckets, any container that you're actually doing the process in for packaging for your store, packaging for wholesale, packaging for catering. Everything's run by this one control panel here. And this is where the big difference is. You've got the whole process ending up with a batch freezer rather than a continuous unit. I'd like to call it kind of a hybrid process here. Now, they do have a facility where you can take off this safety chute here on the front of the batch freezer and put on an extraction tube so you can basically extract different types of product in there. Now, you can, again, like the other unit that we looked at, put in a fruit feeder, a ripple pump. You can kind of add them into the process. But I thought this was pretty fascinating because it's taking one type of technology, kind of twisting it a little bit, and putting a batch freezer on the end, which is relatively unique. So anyway, that's the process of this almost a small manufacturing plant. For a lot of people in the US, this might be above their pay grade or above their production capabilities or even wants. But I will tell you that if you're getting to the point where you've got multiple locations, you've got wholesale business, you're catering, you're shipping ice cream around the country, then maybe something like this is the next step up in order to fulfill that kind of need and the volume that you need. Anyway, again, fascinating to be here at the show and looking at all of these pieces of equipment side by side, booth to booth. We love it. So if you have any questions about any of this process, again, we're happy to help you. You just reach out to scoopsteel.com, leave a link down below. Happy to answer any of your questions. Look, I wish I knew how to say keep on scooping in Italian. I don't. I'm going to find out, though, before the end of the show. So I'm going to say keep on scooping, and we'll see you in the next video.